Hey guys, Jeremy here today. I am back with a review of the Estwing E44A camper's hatchet. So I am out in the yard doing some cleanup work. Been some storms come through lately and branches, things like that falling in the yard. So I'm going to be testing this out. I'm going to start with a quick overview of the camper's axe here, made by Estwing. This is the E44A, and it has a nylon vinyl shock absorption handle, which actually does seem to work pretty well. It fits in the hand really nicely. It's got a nice grip. You could use one or two hands. There's enough handle there for that. Comes with a leather sheath. It's actually a pretty nice leather sheath. Got a belt loop on the back so you can put it on your belt, and we've got rivets and then also thread sewn. And there's no welt, but I'd say that these rivets would stop the blade from going through the sheath. So and it also, while the sheath is on it, you can still use the pole to pound tent pegs or nails. So I'll put that aside there. The head style is a Hudson Bay style head, which I really prefer because you can choke up really close if you're doing some fine work, making feather sticks, things like that, and just gives you good control if you need to choke up. This having a one-piece forged steel construction, it does get a little rough on your hands after holding it, choking up on it like that for a long period of time. You could cord wrap up here, but what it does make nice is when you're chopping and you chop through it, have an errant blow or something, it doesn't impact because there's not wood, it doesn't mess up the handle. So durability, very durable. It has a coating, a lacquer coating, which you'll need to remove before you can really sharpen the edge. That is because it is I'd say a mild carbon steel. My guess is around 1055. They don't post it on their website, but that's my guess. And the bit, or the cutting edge, I thinned out just a little bit. It comes a little blunt, so you'll probably need to thin it out to get the best performance for chopping, which I've done here. You can see I've brought the edge back quite a ways from what it came with the factory edge. And I've also put a lanyard on it, so when I'm using it, I can put the lanyard on it there. Overall, it's just about 3 pounds, 2 pounds and 13 ounces, so just under 3 pounds. The head width is 7 inches. The cutting edge here is 4 inches, 18 inches overall, and has a 16-inch handle. So those are the specs, and now I'm going to get into the cutting test, chopping test, and show you guys how it performs. So stay tuned. Here we go. And this is about, I don't know, forearm thick. And as you can tell, it really bites in when you're chopping. And there we go. So right now I'm just going to go down it and take the limbs off. Got one last limb right here. Make pretty quick work of it. Alright, that's got that piece cut up. I'm going to head back to the back and do a little bit of splitting with it to test that part out. Alright, I've got all the yard scraps and brush unloaded. Had a couple pieces of dogwood in that brush. I think they're pretty rotted, so I grabbed a couple pieces of seasoned redbud out of the wood pile just to do this test. So with a shorter handled hatchet or axe like this, it is safer, instead of trying to hold the piece of wood up and then strike it like you would a splitting maul. It is safer to hold it flat and then hold the back side of the log with one hand, or just rest it and then split horizontally. So that is the way I'm going to do it here. And as I said, that it's actually not as rotted as I thought it was, but it's still pretty soft. Termites are in it. I can see them here on the wood block. So yeah, that's pretty much scrap. But anyways, that's why I wanted to bring a couple pieces of nice seasoned redbud. And you can tell just by the way it hits the block there, that's still good and solid. So let's just give this a try. Try to hit it with the knot there. And the kind of the one downside of this axe is it's so thin that it will really just bite in to the wood without splitting it. So a lot of times you have to have another piece of wood to kind of baton it the rest of the way through if you're using it to split. There's a nice big knot right there. This one I actually am going to try to split it like you would a log, just to see how that works out. So here we go. And that's why the block's there, because it just deflected right off. And had I not had my legs out like that, it could have come back and hit me in the leg. So safety first. I'm going to try this again. And you can tell it just bites in without really splitting apart the wood once you get into these kind of a little bit bigger logs. And there you go. It just really bites in. So not bad, but definitely not a superb splitting axe. But there we go. Got the job done. Alright, so as you can tell, works pretty well for splitting wood. Not the best. I'd say it's definitely more geared toward chopping and limbing than it is splitting, but it can definitely do the job there. Since we've got a little bit of kindling already split up here, I'm just going to use this piece and just see how well it does making curls and shavings. Get a little bit of that bark off. And I thinned out the edge so it's really more of a convex edge now. Then I'd say it was really more of a V grind before. And while again, really, I guess as a camping axe, you could really say they need to be a general purpose axe that can do a lot of things. So while not superb at making curls, it definitely can. So overall, the E44A Estwing camping axe or hatchet is an excellent value. It's $40 at the Home Depot or Amazon. They're really easy to find. The materials used are excellent materials. Drop forged one-piece head and shaft, and then the vibration reduction nylon vinyl handle, just like the hammers, the Estwing hammers, and it really does reduce the vibration. It works great, and it splits. I'd say that's its downfall, the splitting. The head of the axe is so thin it really just bites in, so it's really designed more for chopping and limbing than splitting. But overall, an excellent value. I'd give it an 8 out of 10 for value, quality, materials used. It's made right here in the USA. That's another big thing. USA, American craftsmanship went into making this, and with just a little bit of work thinning down the edge, it really is. I mean, I just use this all the time around the yard, clearing up brush, taking down small trees, and splitting up kindling. So thank you guys for watching. I am going to do a plug for an upcoming video. This is the GSO 4.1 knife that I picked up. I actually just got it this week, so I'm going to be using it like the other knife review videos I've done to just do maybe a bushcrafting project and just see how well it works out. So definitely going to put this knife through its paces in an upcoming video. But thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more.